you know, not spawn in with a gun, but I like to land and usually get one kill, but if I don't, it's fine, but I can tell, like, how a match goes if something happens like that. That's why I just usually just save myself from just getting more aggravated, so... I mean, it's definitely more enjoyable on controller, but, like, I still feel like mechanically, I don't know what else I'm doing, but... I could just say, like, you know, to heck with it and just make the switch, which is true, but I'm not going to benefit at all. Especially with what games I play.
Heads up. An enemy squad marks you as bounty target.
Switching mags.
Enemy soldier incoming.
Loading fresh mag.
What do we do? What do we do?
Adding armor.
I feel like a lot of my kills are just desync these days.
Reloading.
Enemy dropping into the AR.
Watch out. Adding armor. Adding armor.
Oh, I'm dead, I'm dead. Oh, that's funny. That's funny. I'm cooked. He's gonna land near me. Nah! That is crazy, bro. That is crazy. That is crazy! Yo! What?
Enemies are dropping into the...
Loading fresh mag.
Yeah, this is a bot lobby.
Adding armor.
I don't know how and where I've been getting these lobbies from. I'm not VPNing, and trust me, that don't work.
Enemy hunters were taken out. You're in the clear.
I'm very fair and balanced when it comes to UAVs.
Reloading.
But when it comes to counter UAVs, I don't even care. I'm shooting that down. I need my radar and my mini-map more than anything, and trust me, I will do anything I can to get the information I need to get a target. Anything.
Switching mags.
sitting on a solid 11 kills. Horrible.
Adding armor. Reloading.
Is he gonna try to rotate me? Where did he go?
Enemy UAV.
This guy is so smart.
Hostiles have assault pack resupply.
But am I smarter?
Adding armor.
I guess so. Because I'm the one that chowed him, so.
Losing ground. Moving. Enemy UAV is online.
They got me.
Enemy UAV.
You're just a dirty rat.
Loading fresh mag.
Enemies are dropping into the area. Watch the skies.
Reloading.
I don't have plates.
Hostile UAV in the area.
Switching mags. Reloading.
Is it easier to get kills on roller than M&K? Yeah, probably. I mean, it depends on what you mean by easier. If you mean it's easier for me to keep a consistency of kills, then yeah, sure. Because I'm over here, like, I mean, it's not every game I do it, but, like, I also don't really know a lot of the mechanical skills and game sense and all that, because there's a lot of things that ties down to skill.
Authorizing UAV operation.
Enemy soldier.
Loading fresh mag. Switching mags.
Bot lobby.
Window is ending. Watch the six.
Like, I've seen some sweats in this match, but it's not a lot.
Line over. UAV exiting the area. No fuel, no fuel. UAV on.
I don't know.
Mission line over. UAV exiting the area.
Yeah, they're just dropping in very obnoxious spots. Here's somebody looting.
Guys.
One more mag.
Is he gonna move? Yeah, he did. I ain't thirsting that.
Enemy UAV overhead.
I'm under fire.
Good pick.
Adding armor. Loading fresh mag.
What scares me more than anything is a player that does not move.
Inbound grenade.
Resurgence is close. No more second chances.
Guy is low-key lucky because
Only 10 left.
he died right before the resurgence ended.
Enemy soldier incoming.
Everything's lining up just. Loading fresh mag.
Come on, peek me.
something.
Closing in.
Adding armor. Reloading. Switching mags.
Got 4
Adding
remaining.
armor.
Stay sharp.
Severity requesting UAV overflight.
Hostile airstrike incoming.
UAV available for tasking.
Severity requesting
UAV
half
standing
overflight.
by.
Adding armor. Reloading.
Got gas moving in.
Watch out. Loading fresh mag.
Oh, nah.
Only 2 left.
Adding armor.
Gas is moving.
Woo!
Wait to take what's yours.
That's me, baby. That's me. Yo, guys, what is good? It is your boy here, Chromium, and in today's video, I'm going to be showing y'all what weapons I mainly use in Call of Duty Resurgence, and I'm going to show you all my settings that I use on controller to show you all how I play the game and try to explain the best way I can and why I use it. A lot of y'all may not know that I change my settings every once in a while just to see what really fits. So like my settings may not work for you and it may work for somebody else. Just know that this is subjective, and when it comes to aiming settings and all this, that you would be better off just experimenting with that yourself and seeing what you can come up with. All right, for the weapons, we have the Maddox RFB, and this is the one I really like to use. It has not a lot of recoil, it's easy to control, and it doesn't really take much to really go down and target somebody tracking with this thing. It's just so easy to use this. We are using the Greaves AccuSpot 3 times, but I've noticed that a lot of people have been using the EAM XL Reflex, which is a really good pick. If you want a better sight with a better picture and you can still see around the screen with the red dot and being able to track and go for your opponents, then this is probably the best thing that you can go for, is the EAM XL Reflex. I actually prefer this a lot better anyways. It's just a better picture and sight to see your enemies. Monolithic suppressor. Monolithic's busted in Warzone. 19-inch Virtuous OP with the extended mag 1, or well, no, this is extended mag. Okay, sorry guys. With the Furrow Control stock. And for Rev 46, we run the EAM XL Reflex as well for this weapon, but you can maybe swap this out for something else if you like the irons on this, so you can probably put something else on here, but I mean, I just use the EAM for this build, so your mileage may vary. 14.9 caudal target barrel, I probably butcher that. For stability, hand stop for that horizontal recoil. Extended mag for this because the fire rate on this is insane. With recoil sync unit, because this thing is, you're going to have some type of recoil control with the amount of recoil this has. Now you can run this as full stock, and if you don't know, this weapon has a foldable stock as well, so you can run that as well if you like. For perk 1, I usually either swap between Scav and Mountaineer. Now Mountaineer, usually these days, I don't really see myself using this or needing it. Maybe Scavenger will be your best bet, but I usually run Mountaineer. It's just a way better perk, and you can just fall down without having to worry about being stunned. Sprinter for perk 2. It just gives you that better movement and sprint, and just overall just reloading while tactical sprinting and stuff. But really, if you want to, you can swap it for reactive armor, but I use Sprinter. For perk 3, I use adaptive, but you can also swap this to tempered or anything else that you may find useful. And then stem shot, sometimes I may run smokes, and then I use Semtex. I'm not really a fan of combat axes, and plus I don't really play duos, trios, or quads unless I'm playing casuals to level weapons up or camos. But combat axe will be, it's okay, but I don't really use it, so if, it's whatever. But I use a Semtex. Alright, on to the controller settings. Horizontal and vertical stick sensitivity. Now this one just varies a little bit because I change this every once in a while, but I run it on 1.55 that kind of have the in-between balance. I used to be a max sense player. I used to run 2.5, but I mean, at the end of the day, I find 1.5, 1.6, and you can go all the way up to a 2. But 1.5 seems to be the really good sweet spot for me, but 1.7 to 2 is probably where I'm at. Now, for a lot of players, some people don't like that, so that's why I say 1.55 is the best option. A lot of these settings I don't really tamper with. Now, swapping LB, RB with LT, RT, I mean, that's personal preference. I have a GameSir controller with the paddles. Triggers right here, as y'all can see, you can press it down, not all the way, and it would still register. For controller vibration, I turn that off. That just wears your controller, and it's just a unnecessary thing. Unless you like the immersion, then go for it. Dead zone inputs, I just leave this on 1. I put the left stick max on 70, and this is how far the left stick needs to be moved or pushed to produce maximum input. So I have this on 70. Some people have this on lower than this, but usually around 70, 65 is what I would use it on. For right stick, I mean, obviously I'm using a Hall Effect analog controller. So, like, even though Hall Effect analogs, in my experience of using GameSir controllers, they are a little inconsistent at times. But, however, though, I put this on 0 because, like, I don't really notice stick drift anyways. But if you do have stick drift on your controller, going from 0 to 5 is probably your best bet. But if you go any higher, like above 10, then you probably have to buy a new controller. And obviously, for right stick max, I put this on 99. This is just the best way to utilize your right joystick so you can track players, micro adjust, and then snap on the targets. For aiming, for sensitivity multiplier, I have all of this standard, but tablet sensitivity, I put this a little bit higher. I think this is for, like, cruise missiles, hellstorms, and all that. I think that's what that is, and if that is, then that's the reason why I have this up. All of this is standard right here. Aiming advanced settings, I have my ADS sense transition timing on instant, but you can toggle between instant and gradual to see which one favors your playstyle a lot more. I just like that instant aim, like that instant timing. When you aim down, it's instantly, while gradually, it just gradually increases. Now, for some people, gradual is the best way to go. For some people, instant is. Some people may not notice it. I don't mess with third-person stuff. Dynamic 1-0. Custom sensitivity. Now, this is what I'm going to tell you all right here. This right here is literally personal preference, and I don't really think there is a best way to go about this. And the reason why I say this is because this is just all ADS. When you ADS, it'll be slower than your hip fire. So I run 0.9 to have that slower ADS sense, but I would say 0.8 to 1.0 would probably be your best bet. And then the higher the zoom, I just do like 0.95, and then for high zoom, like sniper scopes, I do this on 1.05 to 1.10. I like a little bit of a faster zooming on a sniper scope. And then obviously turn on your aim assist, or if you don't use aim assist, then you're just built different. Now, turn this off, go into motion sensor function, advanced settings, and apparently turning off FOV sensitivity scaling gives you like more aim assist, or it just gives you, I don't really know. Like, that's what people say. I mean, I can't confirm it, but I've always turned this off because this is just the gyro function settings right here from what I know. So, like, I mean, I turn all of this off. So, for sprint assist, I turned it on. I use tactical sprint assist. And I put this on 0 so you can have the best delay that you can use while sprinting. And, you know, sprinting sideways and backwards, I think that is a really neat feature. And I think that you should use this. Mental assist, I do not mess with anything mantling wise. Like if I'm going to mantle, I'm going to manually do it because I don't want the game to automatically mantle, because a lot of people don't realize that if they have this on, you're going to be losing a lot of your gunfights because the automatic mantle can really cost you and sell your gunfights. Crouch assist, I don't do none of that. Corner slice, I have this off. This is more so personal preference, but it doesn't really give you an advantage. Like I can be leaning or tilting over while looking at a corner or an edge, but on the other person's POV, it's like they can still see you the same way as like just standing still frontwards or not looking over to the corner. So like, I mean, it's not really a advantage, but if you enjoy that mechanic, then turn it on. Wall jump assist, I don't have multiplayer, but I found this to be really useful when I was trying to learn how to wall jump, but I mean, I just turn it off now since I'm just more used to it. Slide dive behavior, I have this on hybrid, and the reason why I have this on hybrid is it's supposedly it is the least in delay. But with the hybrid, what happens is that not a lot of people even know how to dive while being on controller with hybrid. So I'm gonna show you how to do it. Like it says it, but I'm gonna show y'all. So when you go to the firing range, like I even forget myself. So what you do is when you're sprinting, okay, you hold down the sprint button, and as you're sprinting, which as for me, my sprint is automatic. But when you're sprinting, press down the joystick and then press dive. Whereas in crouch, which is your circle or whatever. Whereas for me, I'm on a paddle controller. So once again, as you're sprinting, press down on the joystick and then press the crouch button and then you will dive just like that. And you'll see there's like no delay or anything like that, and that is probably the best way to go for you as well if that is what you want to do. You could switch the hybrid to probably something else that may benefit you, but ever since they introduced this into BO6, I've been using it ever since, so that's what I'm used to. Automatic airborne mantle, don't even mess with this. Like I just don't mess with this. Sprint restore, I have this on. It allows you to resume sprinting after various actions without being required to press the LS button again, which is the left stick button. This may be personal preference, but for me, I don't really like having to press the button over and over, so I just let it automatically do it for me. But for some people, they may have this off, so it really comes down to personal preference. Slide maintain sprint, I have this on. For parachute automatic behavior, I just have this off. There is no reason why you should have this on unless you prefer this, and all power to you. But I'm just saying, I have this off. The automatic parachute can really cost you gunfights. Wall jump activation, I have this on press. I don't want to hold this, but you can have it on press or hold. Combat roll assist, always. Slide combat roll behavior, tap to slide. Combat roll camera, third person. I mean, I don't really think this matters. Movement advanced settings, sprint and tactical sprint is on toggle. Auto move forward is off. You do not want that. Auto door peek off. I'm not really a fan of peekings or anything like that anyways. Grounded mantle on. Wish I have this on trigger. And sprinting door bash is actually a really useful option to have on, because like instead of just like having to walk to the door or sprint to the door and then press open, like you just bash the door, and then you'll have a lot more time to reset if you have to. For combat, like a lot of these I have on default. Like this is what I got right here. Like armor plate behavior, I have apply all. Now there's a perk in the game where it lets you recharge your plates a little bit. So like I kind of, I just cancel out the plating scenario if I have to. C4 detonation all at once. Now, honestly, I'm going to change this to 1 by 1 instead of all at once. 1 by 1 is a way better option for C4 detonation. Press for manual fire, combat advanced settings. Take a look at this if you want. And then overlay advanced settings. This is what I got.